Hello, welcome to today's lesson on standard circuit diagram symbols. In this lesson, we will briefly cover some common circuit components and their symbols. Specifically, we will look at switches, cells, batteries, diodes, light-emitting diodes, fuses, and lamps. There are other essential components that are covered later in this course, such as resistors, variable resistors, thermistors, light-dependent resistors, ammeters, and voltmeters. In our last lesson, we discussed circuit diagrams and the main components of a circuit. Today's lesson will build on that and dive more into the specific components. Let's get started! Electrical components are represented by specific symbols in circuit diagrams, which provide a simplified way of understanding how a circuit functions. Let's start by looking at switches. Imagine a switch like a traffic light for current. When the switch is closed, current can flow through the circuit, much like cars moving through a green light. When the switch is open, it stops the flow of current, similar to a red light stopping cars. This simple mechanism allows us to control the circuit. Moving on, we have cells. A cell is a store of chemical energy that can be transformed into electrical energy. It is represented by two lines, a long line and a short line. The longer line represents the positive terminal. You can remember this by thinking about how we associate positive with good things, so we'd want more of it, much like the longer line. Another type of power source is a battery. A battery consists of two or more cells joined together. It provides more power and lasts longer than a single cell. In circuit diagrams, a battery is depicted by a series of alternating long and short lines, representing multiple cells connected together. Let's now look at diodes and LEDs. A diode works like a one-way street for current. It allows current to flow in only one direction, the direction indicated by the arrow in its symbol. If current tries to flow the opposite way, the diode blocks it. An LED is a special type of diode that emits light when electrons flow through it in the correct direction. In a circuit diagram, the symbol for an LED is similar to that of a diode, but with small arrows pointing away from it, indicating it emits light. LEDs are commonly used to show whether a device is on or off. Moving on, we've got fuses. Think of a fuse as a safety guard within the circuit. If too much electricity flows through the circuit, the fuse, which is made of a small wire, will melt. This break in the circuit prevents damage to other components. A fuse is represented by a symbol that looks like a rectangle with a line through it. Finally, there is lamps, or light bulbs. A lamp illuminates when electrons flow through it. In a circuit diagram, a lamp is usually shown as a circle with a cross inside it. When current passes through, the lamp lights up, indicating the circuit is working. By understanding these basic symbols, you can start reading and constructing simple circuit diagrams. In today's lesson, we focused on recognizing and understanding the standard circuit diagram symbols for various electrical components. We covered the symbols for a switch, cell, battery, diode, light-emitting diode or LED, fuse, and lamp. We also looked at the functions of each of these components. In later lessons, we will delve into other useful components like resistors, variable resistors, thermistors, LDRs, ammeters, and voltmeters.